Hey, this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 1980, New York at Oakland, the second game of a doubleheader. In the first game, top of the ninth, saw the Yankees come up with 10 runs to beat the Athletics 10-4. Here we are in the second game. It's going to be Matt Keough versus Tom Underwood. We're using Fall Classic Baseball, and I'm ready to start up. Let's go with the lineups. It's going to be Willie Randolph leading off, Joe LaFever in right field, batting second. Batting third is Bob Watson. DH is Reggie Jackson in the cleanup spot. Greg Nettles, the third baseman. Batting fifth. Batting sixth is Bobby Mercer in left field. Center fielder Bobby Brown batting seventh. Eighth is Bucky Dent, and ninth is John Oates, the catcher. For the Athletics, it's Ricky Henderson leading off. Dwayne Murphy in center field batting second. First baseman Jeff Newman batting third. Cleanup is R. Elliott, the DH. Right fielder Tony Armas batting fifth. Batting sixth is Mickey Klutz, the third baseman. The catcher Jim Estienne batting seventh. Eighth is shortstop Mario Guerrero, and ninth is Dave McKay. On the mound for the Athletics is Matt Keough, and for the Yankees it's going to be Tom Underwood. We have not rolled to see what kind of stuff they have. Let's do that right now, and I'll make a quick note of that. And I'm going to implement my new system of 3 innings. You get a great advantage if you pitch 3 innings of basically a scoreless ball. So let's start. I always do the Athletics first, and that's going to be a 20. So Keough is in a tough spot. He has his C column, and that's usually his poorest column. And then for the Yankees pitcher Underwood, he will be a B. All right, so let's see what happens here. And we got Keough with a C, Underwood with a B, and let's get it started. It's going to be Willie Randolph, and play ball. And that's going to be a 35 on Randolph is a blank, and Keough with a C, it's going to be an out. A bouncer to 3 is going to be a bouncer to third. Klutz up with it, throws out Randolph for out number 1. Joe LaFever's next. And it's a 24. 24 is an out, and that is going to be a pop-up to 4, which is second base. On the infield, and that retires LaFever. 2 out. Here's Bob Watson. That's a 36. A 36 is a blank, and a 36 will be an out as well, and that will be a fly out. Center field, Murphy comes over, settles under it, and retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, no score. Now we go to the Athletics in the bottom of the first. It's Ricky Henderson leading off against Tom Underwood. Underwood's a B today. That's a 51, so that's going to be a check. KD fails, too high. KD for Underwood would be 1-3. That would be a strikeout. So then that would override the defensive check. So we're going to do a defensive check. We're going to pull a card. It's to the shortstop. And it's a 1, so that will definitely be an error on Bucky Dent. It's a 1 base error. It says it right there, 1 star. So it's a 1 base error. And Henderson is on. E6. All right, Dwayne Murphy's up. And we're just going to be playing it straight. 22, and that is ball 4. That pushes Henderson into scoring position, first and second. Next up is Jeff Newman. Newman with an 11, and that's going to be an out. What kind of an out? A 6. Uh-oh. That could turn into a double play. First and second, it's going to be a strong arm shortstop with a double play. And what is Dent? We're going to check that out real quick here. Dent at short is an average arm, so he's only going to be able to get a fielder's choice out of this. So it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Henderson on to third, and Newman is safe at first. Randy Elliott, we're playing back for the double play, conceding a run. It's early in the game. That's usually how I play it. It's a blank on Elliott. We go to Underwood, and that's strike 3. And Elliott goes down looking. And here's Tony Armas. Payoff pitch, 41. That's going to be ball 4. And that will load the bases for Mickey Klutz. Mickey Klutz, how's he doing in this season? 208, 3 home runs, 96 at-bats. And here's the pitch from Underwood. Checks with Oates. and lets it fly. That's a 44. That's a good offensive number. That's going to be a base hit single. Let's see if we can get a couple of runs out of this. Runner on second, F or A scores. Everybody scores with 2 outs, so that means some runners both on second and third will score a 2-run single, and Armas will go to third. So we got first and third, 2-0 Athletics. Jim Estienne is up next, and he hits lefties very well. Here you can see his splits against lefties. And that's a 66. That's going to be a deep drive. That's going to be 1 hop off the wall, scoring easily as Armas. Let's see if Klutz can come around to score with 2 outs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. With 2 outs, F scores. Is Klutz an F? Klutz is an A. He's going to hold up at third base. So it's an RBI, a 2-out RBI double by Estienne. And Underwood's getting hit pretty hard so far. Here is Mario Guerrero. I believe he's the 8th place hitter. And Underwood with the pitch. And it's a 62. That's a blank. And it's a strikeout to retire the side. So that is your first inning. The A's lead at 3-0. And we'll be right back. Hey there, guys. We're back in the top of the 8th inning with Bucky Dent leading off. Matt Keough is still in the game. Score is 6-3 Yankees here in the second game of the doubleheader. Yankees came up with 6 runs in the third inning, and a big part of that third inning were the errors that occurred, and I'll kind of give you a rundown of what happened. It was a leadoff single, an error by the second baseman, McKay. Randolph went to third. Lefebvre was on first. Single, Randolph scored, and then it was a grounder, fielder's choice, another run scored. A wild pitch allowed another run to score. Then it was a walk, a single by another single, and then Jackson scored, and Nettles went to third. Mercer went to second. A ground out. The bases were loaded, and it was a comebacker to the pitcher. He got a force at home with 2 outs now. Mercer singled. I'm sorry, there was a single, and then Mercer scored, and Brown scored. Then it went to third, and another wild pitch, and then scored on that for the 6th run of the inning. And then finally, there was a ground out to end the inning. But so the error was really the catalyst in that inning. That led to the inning continuing and all these runs getting scored. So pretty much Keough he's pitched pretty well. I mean, he's given him 9 hits and 4 walks, but only really 2 earned runs in 7 innings. And here we are in the top of the 8th. Now he's pretty much to his endurance point. He's pitched to 34 batters. He can pitch to 36, so he should see his endurance point, his endurance run out in this inning, and then it'll be based on him allowing a run to score. But he has gone 3 innings, so we can play him as a B. He has gone 3 innings without allowing a run, so we will play him as a B. And here's the pitch to Bucky Dent, and that is going to be a 46, which is a ballpark, and that's going to be popped up on the right side of the infield. Newman coming over, and he makes the catch, went away. Next up is Johnny Oates. So it's a 24, and that is going to be a 1-11 hit by pitch, and he gets plunked. So on to first goes Oates on a hit by pitch, and that will be, I believe that's his 36th batter. So now from this point on, if he allows a runner, I'll have to pull him. And it's going to be a 63, which is a 17, which is a fly to left. Henderson is there, 2 down. And here's Lefebvre. Lefebvre with a 41, and that is a base on balls. And that will be all for Keough. And we're going to bring in Hamilton. You know what? Still close enough. I'm going to bring in Jones, Mr. Jones. So let's grab his card real quickly. Jeff Jones replaces Matt Keough, and here's Bob Pitch to Watson. It's a KD check, which fails. So we're going to check for the error. It's a potential catcher error. And catcher is Essien. Essien's error rating is, usually catchers have very low error rating, is a 1, and we roll a 9, so he does not make an error. It's 2-3. Little bouncer in front of the plate. And out from behind the plate is Essien. And he throws out Watson to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Elliott is leading it off. Randy Elliott. Now Underwood's still in there in the same endurance situation where if he gives up if he gives up a base runner, he will get pulled. So here's Elliott. That's a 53. That's a range check. The KD fails, and an 18 will be a ball that beats the range of whoever's out there. A left fielder, Mercer. So that's a base hit, little flare that drops in front of Mercer for a single. So Elliott's on there with a single, and that will be it for Underwood, as we said, right? That's pretty much, that should be his max. Let's double check just to make sure. Underwood has gone 31, and he can go 27. So he's surpassed that. All right, so we're going to go and make a quick pitching change. And in a 6-3 game, we're going to bring in, let's see, we're going to bring in, not Gossage, but you know what? It's a safe situation. We're going to bring in Gossage. So Goose Gossage is in the game. We're going to have to roll to see what kind of stuff he has today. His bullpen stuff. See, there he is. That is his card. Goose Gossage. Replaces Underwood, and let's see what kind of stuff Gossage has. Gossage will have his B stuff. All right. And here's Tony Armas with runner on first and nobody out. It's going to be a 12, which is if it's a ground ball, it's a double play, and it is not. It's a line out. We're going to have to roll these two. And nope. So it's going to be a line out to, he's a righty. It's a line out to the third baseman. L5. So hit on the screws, but right at Nettles. And Klutz now with a 26, and against a lefty, that's going to be a single, but he's a righty. It's a comebacker to Gossage. Gossage to Dent at short for 1. Throw to first, and Watson scoops it, but not in time to get Klutz, who's hustling down the line. So it's a 1-6 fielder's choice. All right, and here's Essien. With a 31, that's going to be line base hit. And Klutz will stop at second base. All right, so it's Mario Guerrero with first and second. Pitch from Gossage. That's a 52, and that's a KD strikeout to end the inning. So Gossage strikes out Guerrero with 2 on and 2 out, and we move to the top of the 9th inning. Reggie Jackson is up against Jeff Jones. Pitch from Jones. It's a 56. That should be a strikeout, and it is. Did we ever check Jones's stuff? No, we did not. So let's use that 10. So he has B stuff. Jones, B. And we'll roll a 56 was a strikeout regardless of that other die. So here's Greg Nettles with a 23, and that's going to be a K. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jones. And here's Bobby Mercer. Bobby Mercer's a left-handed hitter. And a 15 is a ground out to the first baseman. Newman steps on first. That retires the side. Dave McKay leading off the bottom of the 9th, 6-3. Here's a pitch from Gossage. It's a 42. That's going to be a base on balls. So McKay walks. He's on at first. Tying run is on deck. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson bats from the right side. Ricky Henderson today is 0 for 2. That's a 56. That should be a strikeout, and it is. He swings and misses at a Gossage fastball. Here's Dwayne Murphy with a 53. That's going to be, a 4 is going to be a strikeout. He has an extremely high KD check rate, 1 to 5, and then 1 to 6 if he's an A. So he strikes out Murphy, and here's Jeff Newman with, and Gossage has gone 9. I don't know, Gossage can go 9. I don't know that he's gone 9. He's gone 7, so he's still good. Approaching. Here's Jeff Newman with the pitch. That's a 15, and it's an out. 10 is a line out to right field, and that's the ball game. So Yankees sweep the doubleheader. They win the first game 10-4, and the second one 6-3. The Athletics dropped to 30-28. The Yankees improved to 34-22. Matt Keough takes the loss 8-4. Tom Underwood gets the victory at 8-1. Gossage picks up his 12th save. Take a quick look at the box score. Klutz had 2 hits, raised his average to 220. He was not a very good hitter, so don't expect much from him. And the Athletics, Jim Essian raised his batting average to 229 with 3 hits. So the guys who have really the lowest batting averages picked up a bunch of hits today. But overall, we were 7 for 32, which is below 250. What else? Matt Keough took the loss. Like I said, he went 7.2, 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, no home runs, 38 batters faced. Jones went 1.1, struck out a couple, faced 4 batters. And that's about it. Keough had 2 wild pitches. He's got 5 altogether on the season. He hit Oates. That's his 3rd hit by pitch. And that's it. That's it for today's game. So the Yankees in the second game of a doubleheader. We got 2 more games to go. This is a Friday doubleheader. We got a Saturday game, a Sunday game against the Yankees. The Yankees win it by a score of 6-3. The Yanks with 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The Athletics with 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And I'll see you guys soon.